Hey you guys, AmandaPate here. I told you that I would be answering some of your questions, and that's just what I plan to do. So my list is right here. It says, what books do you read? Well, I read everything. I am a huge fan of the classics and a whole bunch of young adult literature. I've read the Pendragon series, anything by Tamara Pierce. I don't know, like Aragon and Harry Potter, of course. And Redeeming Love is one of my favorites, even that's an adult fiction novel, but it's one of my favorite books by Francine Rivers. And of course the classics, you know, Jane Austen, Milton, Sidney Keats, Shakespeare, Dante, all those awesome people. And, okay, so question 2 says, what inspired you to write Lies and Love? I say the book that kind of inspired the whole series was Tamara Pierce's Song of the Lioness Quartet. Those are some of my favorite books. All the Tor Holland series is good. She really knows how to write, but I felt that I could create my own world just like she did, so that's kind of what started it all. Question 3, where do you normally go to read? Well, I normally just try and pick a quiet place. Normally that's my room, or in my apartment it'll be downstairs on the couch. I'd probably cuddle up with my big comforter and a nice cup of hot chocolate to read. So that's normally what I do. Question 5. Quote unquote, Carter is awesome. Are you going to create a story about him? Yeah, so as of right now, that's not on the menu. I don't have any idea for that story yet, but of course I love Carter. He's one of my favorite side characters, I do have to say. So I won't write that off, but as of right now, no, but it could be. Who knows? Next question is, how old are you? Well, I'm 20. I will be turning 21 in February. How long have I been writing? I really haven't been writing fiction all that long. I've been writing probably about 2.5 years now. Before that, I mean, I wrote papers for school, but they weren't all that great, I do have to admit. Have you written anything else that's not on Wattpad? Yes, I've written a couple of stories, not full-length stories. One has, I think, like 8 chapters to it, but it's on hiatus, and I haven't touched it in about 1.5 years. It kind of had a Beauty and the Beast touch to it, like a girl being held captive in a house type thing, so it's really good. I liked it, but I just lost complete interest in it, and I didn't go back to write it, so it's on hiatus. I don't know, I may yet come back to it, but I don't know yet. Other than writing, what are your hobbies? Well, before I was an English ed major, I was an art education major, and so I'm really big into drawing, painting, photography, big time. I even have my own little art photography website on Facebook. If you want to, you can search it out. It's AmandaPate Photography. Search it, fan it, whatever. What about By Order of the King makes it different and more mature? This is a good question. A couple of people have asked me, and they weren't very sure. In this second story, there's a little bit more war and violence in it, just because there will be raiders that come in and cause a lot of problems for Tristan and Anna. So that's one facet that makes it a little bit more mature. The other is that they're married. I mean, Tristan and Anna are married for most of the book. I'm not really giving anything away, I promise. They'll be married for most of the book, so that's another thing that's just different and a little bit more mature in themes. Next question, what made you choose the medieval setting for your books? As I said before, the Alana series by Tamara Pierce, or Song of the Lioness Quartet, whatever, that really influenced me just because I liked the setting that she created, the world that she created, and I was like, you know what, I think I could do that with mine. So, that's kind of where it all came from. And also, I just love the chivalry of knights and kings and princes and princesses and stuff like that. So that just appeals to me, and I feel like it's easier to write. Next question is, what writing classes have you taken? I really haven't taken all that many. I mean, I took English classes in high school. I didn't even take AP or GT classes or whatever when I was in high school. But when I got to college, I took the regular Comp 1 and Comp 2. Everyone has to take those composition courses no matter what your major is. And just this past semester, I took an advanced composition course, and I actually found out that I could write nonfiction, which was really different for me. But I haven't really taken all that many at all. So there's an encouragement to you guys. You don't have to take a dozen writing courses to figure out how to write well. That really sounded like a little bit egocentric. I'm not putting myself up on a pedestal, just so you know. But whatever. Okay, somebody asked, you like Beowulf and Shakespeare. I didn't enjoy that stuff. Did you always like it? Yeah, there's a story behind that. I really haven't always liked the classics. They, especially when I was in high school, my teacher just didn't teach them well, and so I had absolutely no appreciation for them. But when I got into college, I had a lot of great teachers. They taught me to love these authors like Shakespeare, Milton, Dante, Virgil, Homer, all of those amazing authors. They're so good. There's just so much meat to them, especially Dante. Woohoo! He knew. Wow, he just knew a lot. Anyways, and I mean, just different things like that, and especially in a lot of British lit. It's just so meaty and just so good. I love it. Yeah, for Christmas I asked for a Norton Anthology book, Volume 1. Yeah, it was about that thick, and it was actually a British lit book. Yeah, I'm a nerd, I know. So anyways, that's pretty much all the questions you asked me. If you're curious about anything else, then just shoot me a message. I'll probably be doing another one of these later. So, yeah, I hope you have a great time reading the next chapter. So long.